She got me stuck in all these memories.
I think Kendrick won that, obviously. It was a victory for the streets. I think, personally, if we're talking about artists and songs and all that, I would have to say Drake's probably a better artist. He puts out better songs like that you could play in a club and all that, but I think he's got a ghostwriter or something. But yeah, all round, he's a better artist. But yeah, Kendrick won that. And about him going and getting the lawyers and all that, obviously he's going to do that, innit? He's a civilian.
Kendrick is in my top 3, and I have been a fan of Drake, but I'm a super fan of Kendrick, and he beat that dude hands down. I think Drake put up a wonderful battle. I don't think his songs were shit. I think he did well, but Kendrick is the GOAT. He did what he did. And it's about the culture. He exposed Drake for some of the layers that he doesn't have. And Kendrick exposed the cracks in the culture, in the hip-hop culture, because rap has gone downhill. It's become super materialistic, full of no content, empty lyrics, dead bars. Nothing is like, it doesn't even seem like people are thinking about things. Kendrick brought back the art, or at least focus on the art. He wasn't the only one. There's a bunch of them out there doing stuff, but Kendrick brought back the focus to what hip-hop culture is supposed to be around. Unity, lyrics, the culture, fashion, graffiti, all that type of stuff. Kendrick brought it back.
Kendrick came through. I'm a huge Kendrick fan, but take that bias out of the picture. Kendrick has created a moment for history. Like, I don't think people realize, well, younger generation probably think, oh, this is just a banger, but years to come, they'll realize that this is a hip hop moment. I feel like Kendrick really came through, and the reason I say that is because it went beyond just him absolutely slewing Drake. And I'm a Drake fan too, so it ain't nothing personal, but just based on hip hop. The reason I think Kendrick has had such a huge impact is because of the cultural references in that song. So he's carrying the culture forward. He's also created a diss track. That's also a bop. Like, I went to a 10-year-old party. All the kids were singing it word for word. So you just know, like, this is really a moment.
I don't know. Drake kept saying Kendrick drop, and he dropped. Kendrick is like me. He overdoes everything. I don't know. I think that has affected Drake's brand. He tried to sue UMG, even though he wasn't trying to sue Kendrick. But I think it's affected Drake's brand. I think Drake lost. I think the culture already knows Drake is the culture vulture. I think he's still crying about it. He was on the Eden Ross thing yesterday. He's still saying fuck Kendrick. So Drake lost. That's about it.
It's a beautiful thing. We love this game. You guys asked for entertainment. Are you not entertained? We got exactly what we wanted. It might not be the result that some people wanted to see, but this is why hip-hop's alive, because of things like this. You stop this, you take out the competitive aspect of hip-hop, what do we have left?
That was an interesting time, you know, because everything was coming out about both of them. I don't really care what happened about Kendrick now, because what he said to Drake, innit? Like, when he dropped the certified lover boy, certified pedophile line, that was it. It was over for Drake, and I loved him, man. I love Drake, innit? But I had to stop rocking with him, man. I had to delete all his music, like just dead him off my playlist, innit?
But you know, as a lyricist, I just rate Kendrick innit? So I'm probably gonna be biased in my opinion. I'm always gonna say Kendrick is better than Drake, in my opinion, lyrically.
What about Drake kind of sue them now?
I feel like, you know, lyrics is lyrics. I don't think you should take it that far. I think it's a bit, you know, this kind of things happen all the time, like battle rap and all this kind of thing. Nas going at Jay-Z, Jay-Z going at Nas, etc., you know. Beanie Siegel and Styles P and all that. This is something that like repeatedly happens in the rap industry, so I think that's a bit over the top.
Drake should have, you know what, to be fair, I'm a fan of both. I'm not a stan of either of them, to be honest. I like them, but do you know what I mean? They're not my favourite. My favourite's Jay-Z. But anyway, we won't talk about him right now. I think that Kendrick won undoubtedly. Do you know what I mean? Drake should have given it up much quicker, and he could just go away and sit down for a minute, you know? Like, yeah.
And what do you think of him suing?
That's a pussy old move, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think, like, that's not hip-hop. Really and truly, I think that he should have just taken the L, went away, licked his wounds, and that should have been the end of that, really and truly.
I feel like Drake finally got exposed. Finally. Kendrick's a man, he's a Gemini, I'm a Gemini. We're akin. But Kendrick is just an artist and a performer, and Drake is just a star. That's my opinion. I know people are going to come for me, but literally that's how I feel. I feel like Kendrick won the battle, is winning the war, will win and win and win. His execution has been perfect. Drake, I'm not going to say that I hate all his songs, but if you look at the catalogue and just like how the content of the music, Drake is someone that you listen to when you want to go to parties, but Kendrick can still give you that party element, but with, you know, you're learning something from him.
She got me stuck in all these memories.
Ooh, first of all, I swear these girls are the ones that are always telling us not to fight over man. I mean, just that part. But in my personal, humble, and usually accurate opinion, I personally think Jada won in terms of her first comeback was just, there's no arguing with it. But lyrically, I think Steph won. I think Steph is more lyrically genius, if that's a word, than Jada. But overall, I feel like Jada won.
That was one of the highlights of my year. And I love Jada, I love Steph. I'm a big Steph fan, but I just feel the way that came about over a man, that's for me where it kind of went wrong for Steph. The back and forth, I feel like Jada came with more heat, more energy, her music was better, the bars were better, the disses were really terrible, absolutely terrible and disgusting. And it got to a point where I was just like, when Steph come back with something, the last one she came back, I was like, no, you should have just left it. But at the same time, I see as an artist why she came back and felt the need to kind of say something more, like bring out a retaliation tune, but I just feel it didn't hit.
Sorry, do you know what? Let me say this without being disrespectful to any of these females, because I think within their rights they are great artists, okay? One is lyrically slightly stronger than the other and it's cool. Let me just say this, if you're gonna start this fighting over dick pic, at least do it with your hand on your chest. You know, don't try to play games, don't try to double down, because the cards are all open. If you heard that, you know, she said certain things on a live stream on TikTok, because I was in that TikTok live, girl, be real. You miss him. We get it. He moved on. My friend has been moving on to a couple of women. Just accept the L and move on.
Do you know what? Yeah, it was just good to see like international beefs, and it like just like the UK being reciprocated or at least respected on that level there. So I wouldn't like to say who won or who lost. I didn't deep it like that. Jada is doing her own thing. She's somewhere where she is, and Steph is doing her own thing. I don't think they are on the same level. I think Steph is way bigger than Jada. I just think it was just she dragged herself into something she shouldn't have been. But I'm not really familiar with them. I used to know Jada when she was fat, when she had 10,000 followers. Now she's rapping. Then she was rapping, but she was more of a dancer or a stripper or a call me out to chop kind of girl.
I think it was good for the sport though. It's good to see like people making bangers out of diss tracks. Like they were both good songs. They both came true. It was hella awkward, but I guess that's you know what I mean? It comes to the territory again. Like people are gonna say things that make people uncomfortable. But they both done well. They both represented. That got me listening to Jada Kingdom. I was aware of her music and I liked her music, but it kind of drew me back into what she was on, and I think that was really good for her.
Jada Kingdom and Steph London. Jada Kingdom and Steph London. Yeah, I'll do them both. What is that mad? What do you mean? Oh, the beef. Oh, I'm going mad. All right, cool. Sorry, Steph. So I'm going mad. All right, boom. Jada Kingdom and Steph. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna back Steph. Car, Steph is, I keep looking over there. True Bobby's over there. Why for that? But yeah, I'm gonna have to Steph in it all the way. That's it. She's better lyricist, better face, better things. You get me? But I don't want to go too mad.
She got me stuck in all these memories.
Oh shit, my guy. No Diddy, no oil.
Of course he did. Of course he did. What do you mean, did he? Of course he did. He did all of it.
Or didn't he? Yo, Diddy, I think this really was the year of karma coming to light, like darkness coming to light for a lot of things. I think the trial's about to be crazy. I know the trial's not yet, that's like next year, but I think that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy, to be honest. And things just keep kind of coming out of the woodworks. I think it is good that bad deeds are being held accountable. I think it's unfortunate that it's such a mogul. It's someone that represents so much across hip hop. He represents, you know what I mean, Biggie, 112, Lil Kim. He's done so many great things for so many artists' career and the culture that it's a shame that one of our giants has been exposed.
Oh, God. Diddy, God, what can we say? We've been talking about Diddy all year long. Put him under the jail. There's just still more and more and more cases coming out. I hope people get justice. I hope they get real justice. I hope this isn't just a farce. I hope that do you know what I mean? Like, you're not just chopping off the head of a snake and another one is growing in its place. I really hope that the victims get justice, honestly.
An absolute disappointment, absolute embarrassment to himself and his family and his people. Absolutely mad at him for now destroying one of the biggest soundtracks of my life growing up. Why did you let greed and depravity go to your head? Disgusting. Go under the jail once everything's proven.
I've been waiting on the downfall of Diddy for ages, you know, because I could actually get into this, man. I've hated Diddy for years, and not because, like, I do hate him because of his parties and everything he's done, but I don't know about any of that. I hated him originally because I was watching all those interviews online about who killed Tupac and all that mystery, and I was deep in gold, and I was like, wow, so kind of Diddy orchestrated all the beef between Tupac and Biggie, and he's the one that like wanted to get Tupac killed, and I hate him for that. And then the fact that he's done everything, the thing about Cassie, everything that came out, it's just like, this guy is the, I don't even know what to call it, but he's one of the most convoluted. If you watch anime, there's a guy called Aizen. He's like one of the super villains in it. It's like he's an Aizen level threat in the real world of the evil things he's doing. And I heard, to go even further, the fact that he's been arrested and he's like, I thought he would be screwed in prison. No, he is masterminding his way in prison, getting ins and outs. Like, the stories just don't stop with Diddy, man.
He did it. Everything he's been accused of, he did it. Like, there's been too many rumors of this man for the last how many years? 20 years, for people to say that those allegations don't have truth in it. He's nasty. He did it. He needs to be in prison for the rest of his life. That's just my take on it.
For the rest of his life?
For the rest of his life. He has traumatized and abused several women and men. He's nasty.
And what about if he gets found not guilty? Would you still?
No, no. There's no way he can be found not guilty. How? There's too much evidence against him. How can he be found not guilty? This is not a situation of like, I'm just a freak and things went wrong. Like, you're nasty. I personally think he sold his soul to the devil.
First of all, I think Diddy's a nasty person. For me, I don't think any black man, I don't think you should. I think it's mental health for you to get money to a point whereby you need people to come and sleep with your woman. I can sleep with other people's women and with other women. I don't even want to share with a man, talk less of with. And when I have money to an extent, there's no way I'm calling niggas with the biggest dick to come and weed in my womb. Like, that's mental health. There's no way. And what kind of party are we doing with 1,000 baby oils? Think about it. all my life, I'm 40-something years old, yeah? All my life, I've never used up to 100, maybe 20, and I've seen 40 years on this earth. So what are you going to do with 1,000 people? Make it make sense. But for the longer, I don't think he's going to go jail like 20, 10 years, whatever. I think he's probably going to do 2, 3 years. Yeah, he's a nasty-ass guy, but a lot of people do all those things that he does. It's just the part where he's beating Cassie and he's letting other people abuse her. The other parties and all those things. And I think there's only one accuser. The others are just doing civil cases and all that. I don't think anybody's gonna do any criminal. I think they've unsealed all the names, and it's still only Cassie. And Cassie's been paid 30 million already. So I doubt if she will listen. There's the owner of Abercrombie and Fitch that's done way worse, and they gave him bail. He was even trafficking the boys from Europe to wherever. They've not done it. So Weinstein, Epstein, all these stain people, what did they get? I beg, let Diddy be. I don't support him. I'm just saying he personally is a nasty guy based on the fact that he will do all of that to his woman. It's like your woman. What? Guys with the biggest wheelie? Like, I don't understand how one would think like that. Bro, I want to chop other people's girls. Why am I going to be sharing what? Sharing a video, wanking while somebody else is bro, you can't even, I can't even see you, bro.
Man never really used to watch Diddy like that anyway, but man like respected him at one point. Because they were bad boys, innit, doing their thing. But yeah, it's mad now.
Brilliant.
Diddy.
Diddy done that. Diddy did that shit. I'm glad that he is hopefully going to be paying for the things that he did. He's some of the stuff that he did, if you just look at the video, for example, the things that he did to Cassie are horrendous and hideous, and he should pay for what he's done. He should pay for his crimes. There's a lot of people out there that are saying, oh, just because he likes the party, he's being punished. As a black man, we should support him. But wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? And that man did a lot of wrong.
Yeah, Diddy, well, we all knew this day was coming with Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. We knew there was going to come a time where he was going to get arrested. And yeah, and that time has come.
She got me stuck in all these memories.
I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed in Remy Ma. First of all, I can't believe she cheated on him. Like, why would you do that? I'm so disappointed in Remy, honestly. And then she's crashing out right now. Do you know, like, when people are wrong and strong? That's how I feel like Remy Ma is. Like, you're just wrong and strong. Yeah, I'm disappointed in her, man. What
Remy Ma and Papoose.
Ooh. Yeah, well, do you know, I just woke up one morning and just saw all this drama and all this posts between the two of them, and I don't even really know what to make of it. I think a lot of us has known that there's been a little bit of, they've been on the rocks, because I kind of remember her as well doing a performance with another artist, and there was questions whether or not she was with this artist. I'm not sure. I think they're trying to keep that black love essence alive, but I think a lot of us can see that they're not united the way that they used to make out. And there was all the drama of them sharing what they shared. I'm not one to take sides. I don't know people's business. I love Remy Ma, but I absolutely love Papoose. I feel like he's really real and authentic. So I'm not about to take sides. I think it's been very interesting because they post a lot of personal things. But yeah, I think also they need to remember that people will be looking back at their kids and stuff in years to come and might see certain things. But yeah, it's been quite juicy, I can't lie.
You wouldn't have, well, knowing the nature of human beings in that sense, but not in the sense of Remy and Pap. No, we thought there was the icon couple, innit?
Remy Ma and Papoose, they really were the black love goals. Like, even for me, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, yo, this is beautiful, we love this. But I think it is good in some ways that people can see the humanness of relationships. Nobody's thing is perfect, do you know what I mean? I'm a fan on both ends. I would not want that smoke with Clarissa. Equally, Remy shoots first, so it's a bit peak on both sides. But it's a shame because I think we need more representations of positive black relationships. On the other hand, is what it is. It's just a reality. People go through all kinds of things and break up, so.
My heart is broken, man. And I'll be honest with you. You know, there's only a few people that you love to see their love. Before that, it was Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. After that, I thought, you know what, it can't get any worse than this. It can't get any worse than Jada Pinkett Smith doing what she did and then writing a book, and then you see Papoose and Remy. It doesn't make any sense. It feels like it comes out of nowhere, but I guess it's what people say when you can't envy what someone has, because everyone's got their own situation going on in their household.
I love Remy. I love her. And I love Papoose as well. I love what he stands for. Do you know, I think both of them set the bar of what black love could look like so high that people are shattered, you know what I mean? People are calling us slag, this and that. But at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Do you understand? And it's always people on the outside who will do the most. That they're doing this to each other online is a bit tragic because they're mature people. Do you know what I mean? I would have thought more of them, but at the end of the day, feelings were hurt. Feelings been hurting, clearly. Because all this anger, all this animosity comes from somewhere that we don't know about. So the only thing I must say, take it offline. We don't need to be part of the group chat. But yeah, it's tragic. I feel sorry for both.
So obviously, Remy's on gun finger mode. She will bust. Remy's dealing with binds, but Clarissa will beat her up still. Clarissa will beat her up and Papoose.
Remy Ma and Papoose, when I saw in real time their relationship unfolding, I can't lie, it was just like, what's going on? Like, is nothing sacred in 2024? Like, honestly, no one's safe. No one's safe. It was, I mean, it's disappointing. It was a bit icky. I was just like, take me out of the group chat. I don't want to see this.
Boy, if Pap can't do it, no one could do it, you know, because, no, but it happens, innit? It's dark like that. Like, you know, sometimes there's not even a reason for why things happen, or not a reason that we can see anyway. So, but big up Papoose, big up anyone going through anything like that. I mean, but it's more strength. He's still displaying strength, the strength to hold it up, you know.
I try, as I just said, I try not to get caught up in celebritydom and get taken in by what they present to us. But I really was a fan of those two. I thought, yeah, hip hop love forever. Going, yeah, this is it. Like regular people goals, man goes to jail, she goes to jail, whatever. They stand by each other, and it's also very, very kind of tables turned where usually it's a woman holding down a man inside. This man held her down inside apparently. So, and I was like, yeah, a nice twist on that kind of story. We don't need to know anything else what's going on. It's a bit too much information out there. I don't like seeing celebrities argue their little bits and bobs in front of us. We don't need to know. And it's a shame that their relationship, as any relationship breaking down, goes. Jeez! Sometimes I wish people would just leave their shit behind closed doors. Like, I don't actually understand. I had so much hope for them. You know, like you see a black couple and you're like, black love, this is great. She's gone jail, she's come out, he supported her, they had a child. The child's amazing. Isn't the child like called Destiny or something like that? Maybe it's not Destiny, but it's got a magical name. And I really had a lot of hopes for them. And now, like, she started seeing some next guy. We don't know the ins and outs of her and Papoose's relationship, but I just don't like that they're both out here doing a lot of this, because I feel like their kid's gonna see it, and it's just not how I thought it would end, and I wish them.
I think Papoose is going mad because he keeps wanting men and girls, innit? Like he wants the girls that if they hear noise downstairs, they'll go downstairs first. He wants them sort of women. That's mad. Huh? No, man, Papoose a bad boy still, but I don't know about all that simp stuff. I just think he's just going mad. Like, why do you want a girl that can beat you?
She got me stuck in all these memories.
That man is disgusting. Yeah, that's all I must say. He's disgusting. I think he's a narcissist. He's a narcissist, yeah. He is misusing his powers now. Yeah, that's what it is. He's misusing his powers. And I think last night I replied to someone online and I said, look, we all have our limits You understand? We all get to certain spaces, to certain parts where we have to kind of slow down and be like, okay, what am I doing? Where's this really going to? This man hasn't got any boundaries, and I feel he hasn't been given those, hold on, come back here, get back into formation. He hasn't been given that. That's why he's doing what he's doing.
Ooh, Yezzi is in my top 3 as well, and if he's guilty, then get done for it. If he's not, then yeah, I could still listen to the Blueprint.
The Jay-Z lawsuit, I think, similar to Diddy, it is one of those situations where you see how people can get away with things based on influence, power, money. I heard they're trying to expose the girl's name, but the judge isn't having it. There's a lot going on in terms of them trying to shut down the case. Again, I do believe it's the year that people's karma is really coming to light, and you cannot run from God. You can't run from the consequences of your shit.
It's false. It's all a waste of time. The Ben Shapiro, what's the name of the lawyer? He's one of the good lawyers, but he's known to be chasing ambulance cases. So it's false, but you should expect stuff like that when one person is going down. When Epstein or is it Einstein or whichever one, they were calling Prince Edward, they were calling all, so when one person is going, it's only right that they'll call.
Jay-Z, yeah, big up Jay-Z. Not big up Jay-Z, he's going mad.
Now, I have said that I feel like something's going to come out with Jay-Z. I don't know what. I'm not saying that he's on a Diddy level, but he's done some shady things. I think everyone knows that. I don't know if this is like the tip of the iceberg or just like, yeah, I'm not sure. Watch this space, that's what I think.
And I am more quick to believe the woman. I always believe the woman, always. But in this instance, obviously, if anybody's followed that story, there's a lot of holes in her story. Even from when her dad came out and said, like, I don't remember driving you, coming to pick you up on a 5-hour drive. Yeah, I don't know personally. I just don't feel Jay-Z did it.
It's a sad time. I can't lie, it's a sad time. Jay-Z is my favourite rapper, and I really don't want any of it to be true. So I'm incredibly biased because I don't want it to be true. Yeah. Let it go to court, let it go to where it needs to go. Let's get like the verdict out there, and then I'll come back and make a decision. But right now, it's too soon. It's actually too soon for me.
So yeah, Jay-Z, he was definitely going mad because Beyonce was what, 15 when he first bucked her. Aaliyah, yeah, Jay-Z was going a bit mad. He's Diddy's Code D, innit? He's there, he's on crime scene bare times. Can't just be on crime scene bare times and you didn't participate.
She got me stuck in all these memories.
I love him. Yeah, I love him. I think he's done so much. I feel like just bringing music to the forefront, certain music, especially grime. It's been really good for the grime scene. I'm loving to see so many old school artists and artists that are still going come down to just grab the mic and do something. I feel like he's showcasing a lot of talent. And I think a lot of people also went off on him for giving other people the chance to come and showcase their music. And I just love him for that. I think it's nice. And the fact that he's out in the street as well, I just love what he does. And I've recently seen him giving back as well. I think he was visiting charity or hospitals and things, so he gives back. And he just seems really nice, but I think he's doing really well, and I wish him good luck. Wonderful young man. I think he's like, nephew, go here, young boy. I think he's doing amazing stuff. It's brilliant to see, and I really love the fact that he's connected the community. Like, he takes to the old people's homes, he'll let like anyone from the street come and do their thing, get their moment to shine, and mixing it up with celebrity and the average person. I think what he's doing is amazing, and he should continue and not get corrupted.
Oh, I love DJ AG. I feel like I should go on it. Not that I can sing or do anything, but I just want to be there to Vybz. I think he's wicked. He needs to come to like Northwest or to West London. He should do it in Westfield. That's where he should do it. Westfield, Shepherd Bush. That's where he should do it. I'd go there. I think he's brilliant. I love what he's bringing. I love that he's bringing in new people who people haven't heard of, and that he's also taking it back to the old school.
This is what we needed. Hip hop, if you know the elements of hip hop, yeah, you need the culture, you need community, you need people to make sure that all the mechanisms in it are working. You got DJ AG, who has opened up the gates, okay? Because people have been complaining about gatekeepers all year long. Now the gates are wide open. If you're a rapper at home and you've not gone on DJ AG live, like on TikTok, are you really looking to having a career in rapping? Because he's saying, come. The last time we had someone open up the gates this wide, let me just say like, quote unquote gates, is when you had Channel U, Channel AKA, where you could submit your video, get your music video played. I think you pay a tenner. DJ AG is free.
Yeah, big him up, man. DJ AG's been doing his thing, you know, making a lot of money out of everyone. Yeah, big him up.
Oh, I love DJ AG. Absolutely love him. I love what he's doing for the culture. I really think he's bringing, just shining a torch on Black British music. I wish the whole conversation with what Mimi was saying, maybe the blogger, about gatekeeping didn't go to such a negative place. I think what she was trying to say was just that, this is a cool thing. Let's try and keep it in our community and let's protect him from vultures, really and truly. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think we've been saying that for many, many years. So what's the problem? He came out in support of her as well. So people just need to relax a little bit, I think.
Remy Ma and Papoose.
Yes, it's helping himself and it's helping, himself. Or not? No, I'm trolling. Big up DJ.
It is time. It is time. Let the man do whatever he wants to do. He's doing great things for the community. Yeah? He's doing great things for the community, and it's good that people are flooding him now, because I remember last year, people didn't want to know him. He started putting a few faces on that, we like and we love and whatever, and people started flooding Brixton train station. Let the man do what he does for the community.
Wait, stick a pin. Big up DJ AG, yeah? But you have to big up DJ Mac 10 as well. Yeah, big up, yeah, it's not just one of them. And that's what I see, you know what I mean? You have to give them both.
She got me stuck in all these memories.
See, I didn't know much about this. I have gained some information. I've been seeing this about, and as an auntie, I'm like, what the hell's going on? But if a woman wants to rap about what she does to men, I don't understand why this is an issue compared to the many hundreds and thousands the day rap began of men talking very explicitly about what they do to women in the bedroom, outside the bedroom, around the bedroom, in the club, just walking down the street. They're talking about what they do to them, how their big, massive dicks somehow pleasure all women in the world. So why is this a problem? If I got that story right, then I don't understand why it's a problem.
You see Cee Chyna, yeah? I can't lie, I've got a special place in my heart for her. I really do. No, don't get me wrong, she's chatting foolishness. She is, but I think that people are just so het up about it because she is degrading men in her lyrics, and men are not used to being in that kind of position. So, and she's made it very catchy as well. But if you kind of look at the history of hip hop and look at all the different lyrics that have been used to degrade women, I don't think it's anything as bad as what she's saying, really and truly. It's just a different spin on things. So I admire her confidence. I admire her trying something different. I don't think that she's peaked yet either. So yeah. But I will say, parents, if you don't want your children to listen to it, then you need to be, do you know what I mean? Monitoring.
I'll say this. When artists don't have firm management, they will trial a lot of things to see what sticks. Cee Chyna's at the stage of her career where she's throwing a lot of things at the wall, seeing what sticks. This is another example of it. And all the people that say they don't like the song, I've got no opinion on the song, but all the people that don't like the song, when you continue to talk about it, you're giving her engagement. You're making her feel like it sticks. So if you don't want to see it anymore, you know what to do.
I'm an advocate for women's empowerment, right? And I know this is probably not what people would expect someone like me to say, but I think we're in a situation now where this kind of generation are at battle of the sexes, and you're either predator or prey. And she's just been a predator. It's like she's surviving in the ways that fit her. And yo, do your thing. I actually listened to that song on the way here, so I like it. I'm an advocate for some of the things that she speaks about. So yeah.
Cee Chyna, that's my girl. I love it. There's nothing else I can say. I love it. I love her. I love her songs. Last Love is my favorite. Big up Cee Chyna. I know everyone's like really upset. Mainly men are upset about the lyrics, but why? Why are you so upset about her speaking about degrading men when you lot, in most of the music you listen to, they degrade women all the time?
I mean, if we start talking about the patriarchy when it comes to hip hop, we'll be here all day, but we know what it is. We've seen it from the early 90s when you've got rappers like Snoop and whatnot talking about women in a derogatory way. Obviously, Snoop is not like that anymore. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. But I feel like a lot of people are particular when it comes to delivery. She could say the same thing, but it's the delivery. I think people aren't used to such a harsh delivery when it comes to women, even from when Kim was doing it, when Foxy Brown was doing it. They don't want to see it, they don't want to hear it. Women in hip hop are supposed to be seen as dainty and feminine and soft. Sometimes it's going to get raunchy, and if you don't like it, there are a plethora of other rappers you can listen to. If you don't like Cee Chyna, there's other female rappers.
And you know what I find quite silly? A lot of women that they're hearing, a lot of women that are speaking against it, it's just like, I get it, the lyrics are the lyrics are crude, let's call a spade, but obviously that's for shock factor and just to kind of like make it go viral. But when you're actually listening to the essence of the song and what it entails, I feel like it's about women, like female empowerment.
Yeah, big up Cee Chyna, man. Big up Cee Chyna. It's only true she's mad young, innit, so man can't go too mad, but big her up still.
Why people are criticising this young lady for what she's saying and saying we've got to protect little girls. Men weren't thinking that when they were saying things like ain't no fun if homies can't have none. Men weren't saying that when they were saying don't matter, just avoid it. All that stuff, all the hip hop tunes about explicit sex have never said, oh no, what about the little girls that are going to grow up in here, they think they grow up and be hoes. They were not. The minute anyone twerks their bum when Megan Cardi or this young lady, what's her name again?
Cee Chyna.
Cee Chyna says anything, oh, the girls are going to hear it and all protect the girls. You men aren't protecting the girls when you're disrespecting them on a daily.
You like the song?
I don't even know the song.
Because I go on her live sometimes and I actually listen to her. She's very much about women empowerment and kind of like flipping the narrative that, you know, women are under men's thumb. She's flipping it on its head. Because she says things like women are the superpower, which I believe, and she's just like, yeah, she's just operating in that hemisphere.
See, with me, because I'm a rapper or whatever, as far as I'm concerned, it's up to her what she creates. It's down to the consumer. If the consumers likes it, that's who you need to be talking to, not the person making the music. Do you know what I mean? I've always been of that mind state. That all we can do as artists is just, I don't know, put out what we like, innit, or what we, do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
I personally wouldn't do that, just because I don't want to peg any man. But some of the things that should get on your knees and grease my feet, I mean, I'm all for it.
Once, you get me?
I see Chyna. You had to say Peggy for me to actually know who she was talking about. And I kind of like her. I'll tell you why, because I think she's got a great sound. I think she's got a great sound and she could go far. What I don't like is the lyrics. There's certain parts of it, and I'm all here for like trashy music and stuff like that. There's certain things that we like to hear, but I think she's gone too far, especially when you're talking about pegging people at the back of the bus. There's a certain level of, no.
So like, yeah, I think she and also I don't like her bra covers as well. Like, I just think she could have a better. She could go far. She just needs to fix that with the pasty things and do you know what I'm talking about? The little boot covers, and she could go far. She's got a good sound. She's got a good look. Just pull it together with a good outfit and don't talk about Peggy Man at the back of the bus.
Cee Chyna and her song Peggy.
Do you know something? As a mum, let me just say, as a mum, there's no way my child will be singing Peggy. It's disgusting. And I think anybody who even entertains this is disgusting. I've seen a lot of clips on TikTok where grown men vibe into it, giving their wives or girlfriends or what have you that look, and I'm thinking, what are you doing? You basically telling your wife that you will shut up anything on a dirty London bus. Are you crazy?
She got me stuck in all these memories.
For me, I just feel like Andy Josh is like the modern day Bruno. Like, not surprised. He has got, like, he's got a powerful punch, but I don't think he's perfected on how to execute that punch properly. I just don't. And I don't know if he ever will. I don't think, like, he's got it, I don't know, but I just don't. He's just a modern day Frank Bruno. Don't get me wrong, he's a fighter, but he's not even in my top 10 of fighters.
People need to leave Anthony alone, please. Please, 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 please. Seriously, I think he needs to take time out now. Like, honestly, it's okay, hun. Like, we love you. Do you know what I mean? We're here for you. You know, if you're still single, I'm available. Do you know what I mean?
The thing about Anthony Joshua is, I think that people expect far too much from him. They expect him to win at everything all the time, and the fact that he lost to the Grenadian, what can I say? Sometimes it's plantain over plantain, isn't it?
My brother AJ, you know, we all go through leaps and bounds in our career. I hope all the best for him. 2025, AJ, we're gonna need some wins, please. I don't wanna have to keep defending you, so W's across the board. Thank you.
Yeah, it was mental. Should have saw it coming, and he got hit with the same shot twice. You know, he's smacked the brother. The brother's hit him on the counter. He shook him. He's gone back in. Boom! It's the second time it's happened. It's done him. You know, why let someone show you twice what they've shown you once already? It knows the maths.
Yeah, getting knocked out was peak. That's one of them ones you don't think you're gonna see it. You think, right, AJ's fighting. You think he's just gonna go do his thing. Even me, I gambled a lot in it. I saw the odds. He was like he wasn't too much of a crazy favourite, but he was definitely a favourite. And I wish I bet on it, and watching it happen was just tragic, and it was bad, man. He got sorted out badly.
Anthony Joshua's just going through it, isn't it? He's just going through it. I feel like a lot of people now a lot of men are taking pride in his downfall, and a lot of you men need to check your insecurities, because why are you so happy that this man lost? Because none of you lot could ever do what he's doing, first of all. But it's a shame. Maybe back to what Nines was saying, some people don't retire at the time they're meant to retire. Maybe it's time for AJ to retire.
Boy, I hope Anthony Joshua doesn't see this. How far, my guy? I'm embarrassed. I felt bad. That was terrible. You know, like, it shouldn't have happened. I think Anthony Joshua would have won, but it was that first hit in the first round, that thing that made him. And one thing I've noticed about Anthony, I'm sorry, Anthony Joshua, you know I love you. He can't take punches. He can't hold people. Like, what other fighters would do, like, hold on to somebody, try and, wear you down. Well, Anthony Joshua doesn't do that. You hit him one time, he starts bouncing off the place. So, it was on a normal day, Anthony Joshua will beat him. 10 out of 10 times he'll beat him. But that day was just the whole thing. And then, I don't know, sometimes things just don't go your way. But shout out my boy Anthony Joshua. He's making good money, so it doesn't matter if he wins or not. I hope he fights Fury now anyway.
Yeah, I've always rated the boy, I've always rated the boy, R.I.P. Joe. Joe, my brethren Joe from Edmonton, he first showed me about the boy. And I did rate him, and like after obviously the fight with Joyce, I thought, oh, you know, maybe, you know, he ain't got enough heart for this. But yeah, I've always rated his power, why for that. But yeah, big up both of them. And I think Joshua gets too much like criticism, you know, because he's done a lot. 2 times world champ or whatever. He's won the Olympics. You can't do these things if you're not like special, innit? Like, so I feel like he gets too much criticism because, yeah, he's done a lot for the sport. But there's always time for a new lion, innit? And I feel like Dubois is the new lion still.
Anthony, I don't actually I used to like boxing, I don't like boxing now. I don't know if we're over-exaggerating his losses and over-critiquing him for his losses, because from what I don't really care. I don't get excited when there's Anthony Joshua fight anymore, I don't care. However, I don't know if his losses are a sign of, guy, you really need to stop boxing and just become the personality, because that's where you could probably go to boxing punditry and whatever, do something like that. I don't know if it's that, or it's genuine, like he's just losing and it's fine. I don't know if he's not a good boxer or he's actually a good boxer and this is normal. Do you know what I mean? Does it make sense what I'm saying? Yeah.
Cee Chyna, Peggy.
She got me stuck in all these memories.
Judge not for heat. I'm joking. That I'm not even gonna comment on that one. That is. I just wish as women in this day and age we had more options when it comes to making money, when it comes to being a success. And people will say, yeah, the options are there, but are we aware of them if we still have to do things like this in a very powerful technological era where you could do other things? I hope she finds whatever it is she's looking for. I'll say.
I know that's a girl, no. No, I think it's disgusting.
I think that woman surpasses my water, you know. Because, the spirits. No, honestly. She's grime, absolute filth.
Isn't it? Like, but madness exists in the world, isn't it? So this all that is that we've got a magnifying glass now, which is the internet, cameras, these sort of stuff. But that's what the girl I'm saying is their targets and goals for 25.
Yeah, Lily, she wants to do 1,000 men. She's going mad. Big up Lily though. Like, she's just going mad, isn't it? Like,
What do you think her representation, what she does for young girls?
I feel like it's a catch-22 because it's like she's just doing what she wants to do, innit? See, a lot of the time, a lot of pressure is put on people in the public eye, such as myself, because they'll, even when I was rapping, they'll be like, oh, do you think you're being a good role model to the kids and all that? But then I'd be like, well, I'm not out here trying to be a role model. And then sometimes you have to understand everyone's got different role models. I could be a role model to bad kids because they could see, look, man was one of you lot, innit? Like, bad, going mad. But I'm here doing, like, you know, decent stuff. So, yeah.
That one, we need to go to church. Kushampala is kidding me. I don't understand why you would want to sleep with 100 men in one day.
Lily Phillips, oh my God. Lily Phillips, yeah. Why I dislike her on 2 levels is because she had me watching Candice Owens and agreeing with her. I'm sick. I'm actually sick about it. I think Lily Phillips is a very vulnerable person. On a serious note, she's a very vulnerable person, and I think that I would not be surprised if she's being trafficked in some sort of way. I think her family, I think it's a fact that her mum's involved in her operation and does her finances or anything like something like that. I think she said that herself. And she kind of made out like, you know, oh, my parents, like I had a normal upbringing. It's not normal. What she's doing is not normal. It's not right. I think that what we saw in the documentary, I forget the guys who made it, but on YouTube, was her after the 100 guys that she slept with in one day. She had a bit of a breakdown. She was disassociating, and that's the reality of it, you know? That was the, if you take away anything, it's that. That's like, this is not going to get you anywhere positive in your life at all. Like, it really isn't. And anyone that tells you that is a liar, and probably the agent of Satan, to be honest. Because how and why? Like, I don't, the thing is though, I don't know also at the same time why she's occupying our space. And when I say our space, I mean black spaces as well. Like on a lot of the blogs, it's like she's positioned in our space. She's got nothing to do with us. Now, yeah, I know there were some young black boys that went for the 100-day thing and signing up for the 1,000-day, but it's not just that, but it's that, do you know what I mean? It's white guys, it's old, young, whatever kind of thing. There's a lot of them at it. What we really need to do also as well is focus on the men who are partaking and who want to, you know, essentially be involved in this. Because if you've done 1,000, I think they worked it out to be like 86 seconds, don't quote me, but I think it's like that, each. So you're telling me, yeah, as a man in your right mind, you are going into a room where you see queues of men standing and going to put your penis, might need to speak that, in a woman for 86 seconds, and that is satisfaction to you. Honestly, there's something wrong. Seek therapy, my friend.
Jeez. That is a lot. That's a lot of action, and jeez. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that sex positive, sorry. That sounds like someone that needs to visit a therapist.
Ew, literally, just ew. How are things down there? And not because she slept with 100 men, but because she slept with 100 men on the same day or within a short space of, you know, it's the same day, right? Like, ew, she didn't wash in between. I bet you any money she never washed in between.
But she was crying the other day that the thing is, I don't know about white people, you know, sometimes 1 minute they're crying that the shark took one arm off them. Next minute they're saying, I'm going to use the other one to swim for more shark. I don't understand. She just said 100 was emotional trauma for her. Now she wants to do 1,000. I don't know. And bro, do you really think she's fucking all of those? How can you fuck 1,000 people? Fucking 100, I don't even think she would have been able to fuck 100 people at the same time. Bro, you can't even fuck 12 rounds without bruising the person. Talk less of fucking 100 times. And some of those 100 dicks will be big like this. Do you understand? So, bro, there's no way. She probably just lied. Or maybe there's so much interval. Because there's no way you're taking... And do they do STD tests? And that's one part I want to know. Or do people just turn up randomly and stick out their dick?
This happened in the 70s or the 80s. It's happened over time. There's a moment where a woman will decide that she wants to have this experience. And I don't know what's wrong with her. She might just be fine. I don't know why this is a thing. I don't know why this is in the public domain. I don't know why this is something that needs to be a moment in our cultural space that we're talking about it. If that's what you want to do, I generally will lean to the walls. There's something wrong with you that you want to do that, but there might not be. And you might just want to do this. I just don't want it to be something that seeps into the culture and is discussed as if it's normal or projecting onto her. Because at the end of the day, if she is vulnerable, this is a wild thing to do.
She got me stuck in all these memories.
People get deported every day, every second. He wouldn't be the first, he wouldn't be the last. What I think though, it's great.
First of all, if you haven't already, go and watch the interview that I did with Pastor Tobi. He is not getting deported, he is at risk of deportation. So just to clarify. I found it quite interesting that everybody was so happy, myself included, I have to admit. I was happy that he was getting deported, but once I've actually sat down and spoken to Pastor Tobi, he's actually kind of cool, you know. I'm not saying his hands are clean. I'm sure he's done certain things because, like I said, there's no smoke without fire, but he's a cool guy.
That guy. You see, there's certain people that make me, him, Kemi, there's a couple of others that make me, you know, shy away from my Nigerianness, honestly. He's an embarrassment. He's an actual embarrassment. And I just... The thing is about him being deported is that where he's being deported to, is it not Nigeria? For him to go and abuse other people there. Like, there's no joy here. We're not winning. No one's winning here.
That's my guy. Pastor Tobi is not facing deportation. Goes back to what I was saying earlier on. All right, let me be honest and tell you. Let me break it down to you. So, when you have an organization that people accuse you of so many criminal doings, or you have ongoing criminal cases, whatever, but they can't find you guilty, yeah, or they can't hold anything down on you, they tend to look for other avenues to win. Like, it's known if in America, in other places, when you find a leader, a pastor, that you have all these cases against him, but you can't, then you tend to say, oh, he's a cult leader. Why are we renewing his passport? If you check all the big cult leaders or pastors in America, they send them back to India, or they had to move to one island, or they had to move to Jamaica, because the government will stop, except you are of that national, of that country. So at some point, I think about 2016, so this is not even news now. I think the feds just decided to release all of this. It's been happening. If you know Pastor Tobi, you know he's been having these issues for a while. So a man that has 5,000 congregation like every Sunday, and he has a church that is not open to the public. You can't just stand up in his church. If you go online, you can't find Pastor Tobi. You have to be admitted or accepted. So now they're thinking about it. How is he doing all of this? Or to us, he's the court leader. How do we, if we can't win him in the court of whatever, then let's win him in public or menial court. So as far as they're concerned, they will send all of that so it can affect Pastor Tobi. So they think he's a court leader. So what they're trying to do is just affect his whole thing. I remember he was very close to the conservative government prior to the whole issue. So now at some point they want to distance themselves. Do you get? With the government, once you're with them and people say, this person is the homophobic, they say, we don't know him. So basically, the PT papers, he stopped renewing his work permit or his indefinite stay just because of all the issues that, do you understand? And like, okay, if we can't get him, then we can, do you understand? They can get him this, we can come up with some reasons why would never renew his papers. But he has the best motherfucking lawyers. He ain't getting deported anywhere. That is a fact. He has kids in this country. He has establishments. He's like the guy that owns Harrods or that owns Fulham. One of the richest people in the world. They never gave him UK, wherever. The guy that owns Chelsea. Do you understand? When they think of you as this kind of political figure or figure, the best way they can come against you is from your papers. Shout out to us that were British.
Big up Pastor Tobi, bring me in, Shaman. Big up Pastor Tobi. Like 419's easier, you get me? Bring me in, Shaman.
You don't think it's an authentic pastor? You don't think it's an authentic pastor?
Authentic? Yeah, man, he's authentic, man. If you see his gums, he's like, your guy mad. Big up Pastor Tobi. Your guy mad. Pastor Tobi's one of us. You get what I'm saying? He's a Muslim slyly. You get me? He's going mad over there. He's on mind games over there, but big you up. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You get me?
I think that not enough people are confident enough to say that Pastor Tobi is not the best for our community. In terms of deportation, I've got my views about the politics of the British and Nigeria and what's going on there. So I don't feel like deportation is the answer. And in a way, actually, I think it's quite unfortunate because some of his practices in terms of how he operates, he will have more freedom to do that in a country like Nigeria. And I love my country and I love my people, so I'm not really...
She got me stuck in all these memories.
Well. As I've said, since this whole thing has started, those two out in London sent out youths and their big mouths. Honestly, I'm not surprised. I think we were just exposed to their opinions on a bigger scale. I think that Andrew Schultz obviously made the matter 10 times worse as well. But it's not going to affect anything. I don't think their numbers are still up. Their followers are still there. I think no one's going to learn their lesson that you can't shit on black women and it be a problem. Everyone's just going to take it as, okay, cool, you can say what you want and it's fine. Like in the long term, it's going to be fine. And I want that to change. I really, really hope they learn their lesson. Their apology was pathetic as well, absolutely pathetic. And then taking it down as well afterwards, absolutely terrible. Yeah, I really hope that Christmas with their families was uncomfortable. I really hope so, yeah.
Disgrace. I'm someone that I'm always going to be an advocate for black people, and to see other black people dancing to a fiddle of Andrew Schultz of all people, now that's a whole category on its own. But this right here, what we saw with Shits and Gigs, is a pure example of it's good to stand on your own morals and not be a beg. Because when you're trying to be a beg about things that you know aren't things you really rock with, you just end up looking silly. You thought you weren't going to come back home, you came back home. And not only did you come back home and we didn't rate you, now when you went and did your US tour, the black people there don't rate you too. But I guess you didn't really care about that anyway.
I saw they had a show and they were hugging each other and doing bare madness, yeah. So straight away I thought they're mental, you know.
Shits and Gigs controversy.
Boy, good for them. I feel like absolutely everything that they... Do you know what? Actually, they haven't even got enough. They haven't got enough smoke. They were getting all the smoke, and the smoke was deserved because they're always out here shitting and giggling about black women. You know, talking about this one's hideous and why do you want to be black if you're a white girl and all this type of shit that they're saying. Like, I don't appreciate some of the stuff that they've done. I feel like they did a lot to get where they were, and their work ethic was great. If you like that, I just don't always like the content and the way that they, you know, talk about black women, because I'm a black woman and I don't appreciate that shit and I don't giggle about it. So I think everything that they're getting is justified. Andrew Schultz is a dickhead, and he knew that they felt the way they felt, and he set them up for the joke and they fell for it.
Shits and Gigs controversy.
Yeah. I think with the Shits and Gigs situation, they've gotten away with talking shit about black women for a very long time. If you follow a lot of their content, they're just always saying very like side eye things. I'm not one to ever like jump on a bandwagon of bringing people down. They've worked really hard to create the platform that they've created, and I wouldn't ever say, oh yeah, they need to get cancelled. I don't believe in that stuff. However, I do think hopefully they learn from this and realise that the people that are supporting you, black women, your core audience, should be protected when you're in the space of this white man that's chatting rubbish about black women. I hope that they will learn from it. But yeah, that wasn't cool.
What do you think of the apology?
I think, do you know what? Yeah, I genuinely believed their apology because I get it. Like sometimes when you're in uncomfortable situations, I do the same thing. Like I'll just laugh. So I get it. Sometimes you don't really know how to respond. Yeah, but the fact that they removed the apology and then they removed some of their content, it just seemed a bit disingenuous after the fact. I was just like, if you really meant the apology, why didn't you just keep it there? Like, why would you delete it after? It was like, it was given, we apologized for the validation of the public as opposed to we actually meant what we said.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
England Euro finals?
No.
Nope. Young Shits and Gigs controversy.
We have spoken about them a lot. They're firmly on the naughty step. I think this is an example of fame coming quickly at people that might not necessarily be ready for it in all aspects. There's nothing wrong with getting popular and getting successful. We're quite happy, like quite proud of their success, their journey. They've done really well to come from the UK and become global superstars. That's quite an amazing feat. But it also shows the flaws around the edges where they're not completely, I wouldn't say media trained. I think they got easily exposed. Their thoughts are not well formed. They are not the representatives that we should be, I guess, taken in by. Their views on black women, which has been quite apparent in their content. It was readily exposed by a white comedian who I don't like, Andrew Schultz, and it just showed their bum to the world, and yeah, rightly so. But it's not going to make a difference to their bag. They're still successful, they're still doing it, still making it. They're just going to appeal to different people, speak to different people. And what I think they should do is actually address it. They should come back to the culture and address it. They should find, I definitely think they should come when your Aunties they should find a space and speak to black women and be accountable properly, because their apology wasn't good enough. They need to, I think it's a service, because there are definitely black women, especially, who have supported them on their journey.
Yeah. I feel like he deserved that because, you know, a man couldn't be sitting here right now amongst us having a joke about black women. Like, not like that, not, and he's not black. I know I'm going mad. Black, we shouldn't even have jokes, but man would rush him still.
She got me stuck in all these memories.
That's the one that's always got her tits out. Yeah. Or not familiar with her like that for someone, yeah. But yeah, I know her tits.
I didn't watch it. I've seen clips of it. It looks wild as fuck. But if she's making her money, do you, boo?
Shout out to Lonnie, man. You know what? For years, I've been saying that when it comes to what we do in our entertainment industry, we need reality shows to document it. The medium that she's doing is no different to your Love and Hip Hop, no different to your Geordie Shores. But is it because it's Lonnie good we judge the way we do? Because I didn't hear everyone complaining when Geordie Shore came out on primetime TV, MTV, and we saw people drinking, fighting, doing all sorts. Is it because it's Lonnie and the type of women that's going on the show, that's why we feel to question it a lot? Because I feel like if it wasn't Lonnie Good and it was someone else doing this type of show, it would have been on ITV.
I don't enjoy the show. But do you know what? Let me give a full around the picture. I like Ratchet TV, but I like Ratchet TV in a polished sense. So I'm more likely to watch Real Housewives. They fight on Real Housewives, but it's still very cute. I don't watch Bad Girls Club or Baddies and stuff. Like, I just think it's mad raggo. Like,
First of all, I don't know why Lonnie will be accosting Mark Cuban, and people will see that it's Mark Cuban, and they still come and write and say it's Toba. Bro, how is Mark Cuban and Toba the same? I had to defend myself. I was just laughing like, this will just hate me. How is it? They put his picture. His mark is big, and then I still see some people messaging other people. Your guy Toba. I'm like, what have I got to do? Anyway, Lonnie, I know her, and Mark, they know, as in I know her. We haven't seen her in a couple of years. We don't have no issue. She don't have no issues with me. I don't want to talk about her. She'll be fine. Shout out to her. Shout out to whatever. But she needs to stop with Tion Wayne and leave Tion alone. That's the rest. And please leave Mark alone. Please, Mark has changed. He doesn't want Eric anymore. Shout out, Lonnie.
She's great. I think she's great. She's brave as well. This girl is brave. I will say it and I will say it all the time. It's not that it is a great show or what have you. However, it's entertainment, and entertainment of that sort pace. She's smart. She's really smart, because that's what people want to see. People don't want to sit down and drink tea, and people want to see ratchetness. People want to see anger. That she's being dragged online because they are saying she's what is she doing now? She is paving a platform for foolishness. Or no, these sort of things have been paying, and she just tapped into it. Let her tap into whatever she wants to tap into it. At the end of the day, we the consumer, we sit down, we watch it. Whether you watch it on TV or TikTok or Instagram, it doesn't matter, we still watch it.
big up Lonnie every time. Like, she saw a gap in the market and she said, I'm going to fill that gap. So big her up every single time. Me personally, I won't endorse that show. I wouldn't watch it. Like, it's just not my type.
I'm trying to think, how did I watch? I love Badders. I love Lonnie Bids. I love badders. I don't know how I managed to see a lot of. I tell you how I did actually. It was Miss R Fabulous, because she was posting stuff, weren't she, behind the scenes on the first one. So like with the badders, you have to pay the subscription to watch it. So I haven't watched any of the new one yet, and I didn't watch like the whole series of the first one for that reason. I think really that show could go far if it had a better platform like Amazon Prime or something where people could actually watch it properly. I know a lot of people say it's very ghetto, but I think Americans have been doing that stuff for years. I don't see why we've got ghetto people here, as you can see from Badders UK. Sorry, it is ghetto.
You know what, yeah? I can't hate, no one can make me hate Lonnie. I'm sorry. No one can make me hate Lonnie because you know what, yeah? The girl's been through it. She's been through it. She had a whole celebrity, yeah, scam her out of money and she got her money back. Do you know how hard that is? Seriously. And then she took her skills. She's a graphic designer. She's a producer. Like, I mean, it's not like the girl's not talented. Like, I do hope that she's getting the right support around her. I really do hope that. But I think you need to watch this space with Lonnie, honestly. I think that, again, she is, and, you know, rightly or wrongly, she is playing in this field in a way to get attention. That's it. And if you see it through that lens and then look at what she's actually done, I think she's doing all right, to be honest.
She got me stuck in all these memories.
He ain't coming back from this, you know. It's so sad. I actually feel bad for young Philly. Unpopular opinion, but I feel bad for him because he worked so hard to build up his platform to get to where he is, just to lose it for nyash. Hey, for bum. You can't make this shit up.
I think it's another example of fame coming at people when they're not ready to handle it. If he's guilty of what he's been accused of, it is what it is. But I just think fame comes fast at people and there's no kind of infrastructure to keep people safe.
Oh God, this is a difficult one with young Philly because I have a lot of young people in my family that actually watch him and having to explain and, you know, do you know what I mean? Like try and give a balance for you in terms of like what's happened. I just think it's just a lesson to like, especially young people. Although to be fair, Philly's not actually that young. He just has a very young audience. It's just that once you get fame and have all this access and, you know, maybe people are dropping their knickers at you or whatever kind of thing, you just need to take care. You need to really be mindful of what you're doing, the situations you put yourselves in.
Young Philly situation, man. That is really tragic to just see how everything's unfolding. To see that there was a court case and everyone kind of fell out with him before, that was just, it's the way life goes, man. It's tough, man. I would hate to be him. I really would hate to be him. I would never be him.
Oh, young Philly. Yeah. That was a shocking one, I think. It was very, very shocking. The way that it came about. You know, he's in Australia. All of a sudden he's being done for SA charges and things. With that one, it's kind of crazy because I think his character has been questioned, and I think people have kind of presented him as guilty before he's gone to trial. But I think this goes hand in hand with the way that you present yourself online and to others. I think a lot of people have said that he's been doing some dodgy things in the past. A lot of people have come forward and said, oh, he's a bit of a dodgy one.
Sad for young Philly. It's always sad when somebody gets accused of rape. Though there are so many nasty people on this planet Earth, but most times you really don't want to say much until they've done the case, because it keeps happening these days that false accusations and then people's lives have been ruined. You know, it's somebody will come. Just now, I was just saying, a man was in, just literally 5 minutes ago, I just seen on my Instagram, a man was released 44 years later because some 4 people made false accusations. Bro, 44 years later, there's no way, as soon as you leave me, I'm killing everybody. I don't give up. I'm killing the judge. I'm killing the pastor. Everybody. I'm killing everybody I can see, because that's the thing. You know, though there's a thin line between rape and I don't know. I don't know how to say it, because some people don't know. You know, they. I don't want to explain it. They are aggressive. They don't know when to stop. They'll go ahead with the woman when she's drunk. They don't know. Do you understand? But even though we know all these monsters that they exist, I just feel like sometimes we should just wait till somebody has been found guilty or not guilty before you say. I don't want anybody to come for me. I know there's so many monsters. That's why I'm saying, like, you know, like some men don't even know what the line is. But I just think people need to be found guilty first before we start. Because once it's out there that this person is a rapist, and then they now happen not to be a rapist, it's just their career is gone, all the sponsors and all those things you get. So I don't know. Please, I'm sorry, because women, listen, let me explain. Because it's a very touchy subject, and some people really go through all this abuse. But on the other hand, there's some people that always lie. Do you understand? So I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. Sorry.
That is such a sticky one. I think that is such a sticky one. I think people, I don't know, obviously I wasn't in the room, but just as a spectator to that, I would say people need to be really informed about what consent means, and how to exercise that. And especially black men, I want to say successful black men particularly, but just black men in general, across the board, move wisely. Move wisely, know who you're dealing with, and know how you're moving, and cover your back, because you don't want to be battling with the law where, yeah, it's bad for your reputation, even if you're found to be not guilty.
Why for young Philly? Why for young Philly still? But I do feel like he can't be that stupid. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like he can't be that stupid. The girl mind games him, but he was able to be mind games. You get what? He's going too mad. He wants sex with he's going too mad. He's not, yeah. But why for him still?
Pretty shocked, he's someone that a lot of kids look up to and aspire to be. Yeah, pretty shocked about that. I don't know if it's true or not. But it's not a good thing to have your name associated or affiliated with. So.
She got me stuck in all these memories.
Free him, free the world, but what man saying free him, he's free. He's outside still. He's looking crazy, but he's outside. Big him up.
Free at last. I'm conflicted with this because Vybz did certain things that put him where he was, and maybe he should have stayed there, but I can't wait for the music, I can't lie.
Free the world boss all the time, man. He was always supposed to get freed up. Like, some people wouldn't agree because Liz still where Liz is there, but like, there's no, that's allegedly, innit? There's no proof that he done them things there. So.
Do you know something? Everybody that knows me knows that I'm a Spanish town guy. I got Jamaica engraved on my heart. I think it's great he's out. I don't care about what he did, what they say he did, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, he beat the odds and he came back. He beat a murder charge, you know what I mean? So let him live now.
I started off being free. It was a lot more, I'm really happy he's free. I'm glad he's out. I'm glad he made more music. But he's old, man. Everyone's getting excited for his concerts. He'll be very good in that. But, he's out of his prime. He came out, he didn't look the same. I don't think he really did not look the same. He looked like a different person. And I heard he was sick. But, yeah, man, I got a bare love for him. I got to keep it real, man.
Oh yeah, that was the best thing of this year. Big up Vybz any single time. I'm really excited to see him perform. It's when he's going to Wireless next year.
Apparently so.
Yeah, I will be there, thick and strong. Yeah, I'm happy about it.
What about your views, or the views on people saying, wait, we're all celebrating a convicted murderer being released?
It's part of life. Do you know what I mean? How many of these rappers are, murderers and gang members and like robbers and whatever else they do, and you're still banging their music hard?
I hear it. I hear it. Madam Joyce, high profile.
I feel like he doesn't even need to make any new music. He's got such a catalogue that he can literally just live off that catalogue forever and ever and ever. Yeah. It's like if Tupac was still alive, would you need him to make any more tunes?
He's free. I'm waiting for the music. Like, I'm still like strung off his old shit. So I'm hoping that he's gonna release some bangers. That's what we're waiting for. And I hope he gets well. Like, obviously he's been unwell. But yeah. I don't know the details of that case though. That's a bit of a techie one. But yeah, where's the music at? Where's the music at?
Free.
Yeah, I think that was a big thing for 2024. Yeah, I'm happy that he's free and coming out with new music and things. Obviously not looking the same years on. I love Vybz Kartel. I do think a little bit that he's a little bit overhyped. That's maybe an unpopular opinion. But I'm glad that he's free and that he's set up his little concert. That he must have done it already. I wonder how that went actually. He had a concert, didn't he? Was it coming out for New Year's? So yeah, I don't know how ready he is to be performing live, but that would be interesting. But yeah.
The genesis of his today freedom is something that is debatable, but hey, if the good music comes, the good music comes. You know what I'm looking forward to? I want to see the live show. I want to see if he has what it takes to really get the people going, because he's got the hits. But it's a different story to talk about someone's past triumphs. Let's see what he does on the stage. I'm yet to see anything that's blown me away just yet.
She got me stuck in all these memories.
That was so sad. I don't think he did anything wrong. Who here has not been on holiday and had a holiday romance? But he didn't deserve to go to jail for that. The mum took it too far. She's a wicked woman and she'll get what's coming to her. But he's free now, right?
He's technically still in Dubai, but he's on bail or something.
In Dubai. Yeah. The mum's just ruining her the boy's life because she can't fathom that her daughter's outside bending over. That's what it is. She believes that her daughter was probably coerced into this because she doesn't want to accept the fact that her daughter is outside. Your daughter's a big girl. She's outside. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. That doesn't mean you should take away somebody's life. And is it fair for me to say that there's a pattern here? Even when we go back to the dawn of time, a lot of men that are accused of rape and stuff, yeah, in these type of contexts where they want to take it to the full extent, it's usually by, that's just...
It's dark. The mum's moving mental. I know it's very controversial, like people are going mad and saying all sorts of stuff in it, but it's another unfortunate situation to be in. If you're Marcus, if you're his parents in it, but the laws of the land, I know people are asking for them to be flunked and this one and that one. But you got to know the laws and you got to observe them, man. Or you can be unlawful, but if you choose to be unlawful, don't get caught.
Free Marcus, man. Free Marcus. That mum is a bitch. I said it then and I say it again. She's a bitch, big time. And flipping, what's his name? What's the man's name again? David Lammy. David Lammy's a pussy. Yeah, I said it. Because you could do something. Because the Irish government have stepped in twice to free their people. You could do something. You could say something. Yes, we know that people should follow the laws in certain countries. But Marcus didn't know the law and the family probably didn't know the law. And his family actually reached out to the girl's family because they felt like we should let them know what's happening. And then this is how they got repaid. The mum is a bitch. There's no reason for this to have happened. He's in Dubai, in jail, by himself. It's not like his family can go and check on him every 2 weeks. You can't send him a VO. They have to get on a plane to go and see their son. This is ridiculous, what's happening to this poor boy over a relationship that was consensual. So yeah, I'm not happy about that shit at all.
That is dirty politics. Yeah, that is dirty politics right there. You knew what you was doing, do you know what I mean? Like, you have to be some sort of a devil. Yes, you knew the laws of the country. You knew your daughter isn't innocent. Why? Why? I mean, what did you even gain? I mean, your entire community knows that your daughter is a little slag anyway. Do you know what I mean? And she likes to do it with the opposition. Come on. I mean, you didn't do yourself any favors here, love, because everybody knows you, everybody knows your daughter. Do you know what I mean? And within your own community, people will look the other way now. Do you know, like, what did you really achieve? What? Yeah, but I do feel that, you know, the British government could have done a lot more. I mean, people are saying that David Lammy is doing a lot. I don't see nothing. What did he really do? I mean, my boy is still out there. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that he really has to do that sentence over there is crazy. Come on. Like, I really feel the British government let him down. But again, we are talking about a black boy, not a white.
It's a damn shame. It's an absolute damn shame what's happened. The way I understand it is the parents, you know, found that he had a relationship with this girl, and they told the girl's mother what actually happened, and then the girl's mother has retaliated. Now, I don't think anybody should be in jail, but really and truly, both of them should be in jail if it's a crime, is it not? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I think that this is racism at its finest. Racism at the hands of the mother. Also, like, and if it's not, as I've said before, if it's not, then the mother and the daughter, really and truly, should be the face of the Bring Back Marcus campaign. Like, they should be pushing it. They should be, you know, do you know what I mean, at the forefront of all this. Yeah, because it's just so out of order. However, I will say for, you know, the young people out there, do not die for Nash. Never.
My heart goes out. I'm so fuming that this is happening to him. I'm really sorry that this is happening to Marcus. I absolutely believe he should be home. I don't think he should be in jail for this. I think, yes, there's an argument about going into countries and really understanding the laws. I can also understand how easily he didn't even think that he was breaking the law, and probably didn't even think he'd get caught, even if he did think he was breaking the law. And should he be in jail for this? No, it was consensual. There was no attack. There was no violation. So why is he in prison? It's on a technicality, I think. Yes, it's the law, but it's a technicality. This woman did not need to go and do this. She's doing this because of shame, her shame. She's projecting. Parents project their shit onto their kids. You're more embarrassed. Isn't this more embarrassing what you've done? More hateful? Why would you want this to be your legacy? Versus, oh shit, my daughter had sex. Oh no. Like, come on. So yeah, he should be home. And we need to know who she is.
It's not worth the hassle.
Marcus, the Dubai kid.
I pray for his wellness for that brother, you know. It's a really unfortunate situation. And again, it feeds into what I just said. Know how you're moving, know what you're doing, know who you're dealing with. It's not every Nash that you must take time, process, and move correctly. Dubai, obviously, you know, they're known for making examples of people so that people respect the law, and that's just what it is. He's kind of even lucky, to be fair, that he's only getting the time he got. But
he's going mad. Couldn't keep his willy in his boxers. Why for that? But do you know what it is? Like, obviously, we feel bad for him because, you know, over here, he hasn't broken the law. And I just feel like going to somewhere like Dubai, maybe they should have learnt the laws, you know what I mean? Learn the law of the land, innit? I know everyone's going mad and all that, but he broke the law, innit? Like, over there, it's mad, innit? You can't do that. So, but yeah, I haven't got a popular opinion, because obviously everyone goes mad at me. No, Rere, he should be. But it's like, boy, got two, do one, innit? Get your head down. Do you know what I mean?
She got me stuck in all these memories.
Do you know what, people, again, like, what is it with, like, particularly, I would say, dark-skinned women, that when they say something with confidence, that it automatically is an attack? Like, seriously, is she not, I don't understand, like, is she not one of the biggest, like, does she have, like, one of the biggest podcasts in the UK? Like, Honestly, like, is she not? I don't. Is that not high profile? It seems high profile to me. Like, she's got a huge following. She has huge influence on the people that support her. Like, I mean, you know, yeah. I think people. I don't think she was even like saying it like super seriously anyway. I think she was saying it more tongue in cheek. And
She's a high profile babe. I don't care what nobody says, she's a high profile babe. Do you know what I didn't like about that, yeah? Is the fact that, first of all, what Mide and Joyce said is not a lie. Lagos babes are not friendly. Point blank, period. Like, I love my Nigerians to bits, but Lagos girls are not friendly. You go to what I myself have experienced what Mide and Joyce has said on multiple occasions, where you go to their table, it's not even their table, it's a guy's table that they happen to be on. You say hello and they'll just be looking at you like you're smelling like poo. I've experienced it several times, so she wasn't lying in that sense. And for her to call herself high profile, she is high profile. Like, she's not an average girl that is just on the sidewalk walking. Like, she's a high profile babe. She's the influencer. She has status. So for people to try to act like they didn't know who she was, I didn't like that, because she's a high profile babe.
Let's talk about it. I think she is a very intelligent woman. People took her out of context. That's what I believe anyway. However, she kind of shit herself by saying that, because the quickest way to get under a Nigerian skin is to say that they don't have money. That is the quickest way to get you know, and come on now, come on, can't a person have an opinion? Can't a person feel good about themselves? Come on. I mean, if people talk down on other people, I get that, but why should we talk down on ourselves? She's speaking highly of herself.
Let me say something there. They say you gotta fake it till you make it. They say you gotta do all this positive affirmation, all this manifestation. Somebody said the high profile, and now everyone's got an issue with it. She came to somewhere where she doesn't live, okay? She doesn't live in Nigeria. She lives in England. She's seen certain girls act a bit, you know, somehow, and she didn't like it. She has her own opinion. But let me tell you something about Nigeria. They respect people with a lot of money. I'm not talking about okay money, I'm talking politician level. So if you haven't got politician level money and you are not a top artist, I'm talking about your Wizkids, your Davidos, your Burna Boys, they're not gonna rate you. That's just the game. When she gets to that level, she'll see how things change. But if you wanna call yourself high profile, why not?
Listen, yeah, that's an interesting one as well. I haven't met her, but she seems like a really lovely girl, positive vibes, all of that. But what I will say is, do not underestimate Niger. I know they carry last. Like, Nigerian girls are high profile too. Do you know what I mean? There's no like one above the other, like, period. And Niger girls will show you if you don't know. But yeah, I love how she embraced the controversy and kind of stepped into that. And I hope she's got the cojones to ride the wave and excel.
She got me stuck in all these memories.
Know your worth, sis. Clearly, her leaving and the kind of effects post her leaving speaks for itself. She's a great voice, a valuable voice, a voice that I respect. And I think man, them should put respect on the women around them and what they bring to the table. And yeah, I think it needed to happen.
It was about time, man. You know what it is? You know when you can see the tension building between two people? The hard thing about building something here is when two people come together or someone's been brought into something, but there's different intentions. You've got Spray on one side that's just trying to, you know, have fun, crack a joke, it's not that serious. You've got Cream with a whole intention of trying to uplift people. If you've got the intention of uplifting people, having serious conversations, and you got someone cutting you off every minute, cracking a joke, there was always going to be a clash, man. And the way she left, I say she did it with class, grace. You know?
And that was shocking. I didn't think she would leave. But in the same breath, when I'm looking at certain episodes and stuff, like, I totally understand why she left or why she felt like she had to leave. Even when I went on the podcast, Young Spray, my guy, but he's annoying. Like, you just have to call a spade a spade. He's annoying, he talks over people, he never lets you land your point. If you're dealing with that every single week, I don't know how she lasted that long, to be honest.
Another sad situation. Like, Cream, that was my city, innit? Like, you understand? That was my city. Like, boom, that's it, go. Scapegoat, see, I'm here.
What do you think brought it about, though? What do you think that the underlying issue is there?
I feel like they had a situation, whatever was presented to them, I don't know the cards that was in their hand, but obviously they had some cards in their hand and they played them, innit? So, you know how it is with women, innit? Sometimes what they're talking about, arguing about, that's not the issue. It's not what's going on today, what you can see in it. So, like, I felt like they used me as a scapegoat. Yeah, they used me as a scapegoat. Which is fine. I'm not barling about it, but I'm just saying it as it is. I heard what she said on her show. Like, I was talking for him or backing it for him. It wasn't. We clearly saw what it was. They was looking a route out. They had planned their route out, and that's just the way that they chose to do it, innit? So, but still, that's not a reason to hate someone. It's always love still.
What's your kind of views on her going on with this talking?
Everything's predictable. You've only got so many cards in the pack, so everything's predictable, innit? Like, we're not stupid. We're smart. You know what I mean? That enough to know how women function, operate. Not even women, or that energy. When the energy goes like that, you know what steps are available to them, what ones they're gonna take, innit? So somebody doesn't become something. They're always that thing. It just gets harder to hide that thing as time goes on, innit? I'm not in any good or bad way. Like, she obviously liked over there and wanted to be over there. Listen, you know what I mean? Me, I don't lose no love over it or whatever. It's just another day at work for me, innit?
You think she'll end up on no behaviour?
Say that again?
You think she'll end up on no behaviour?
Anything's a possibility. She could be, like, we know the footsteps, innit? That but like I said, like, end of the day, you know, you're gonna be who you're gonna be, and you're gonna be what you're gonna be. Nothing can, if you're not supposed to be something, you can have all the right footsteps in that, and vice versa. So I just say, you know what, blessings to everyone, live and let live. But you just reminded me, the sister wanted smoke still. yeah, the sister, but big her up same way, because yeah, scapegoat. See, I just look at it and say, you know what, big her up. In another space, she'd end up loving me same way, man. She probably does. People show their love in different ways, you know what I mean? So big her up same way, man. You don't know the badness.
Yeah, no more cocoa bar.
How do you feel about it?
No comment.
She got me stuck in all these memories. Please don't ask me how I feel ashamed. Sounds cold, that's my remedy.
Solo.
She got me stuck in all these memories. Please don't ask me how I feel ashamed. Still writing songs, cause that's my remedy. She know when I'm the one, straight to the top, I'm on my way. Fuck it, they can't talk shit on my name. She said fuck her man, and now she slamming Willow H. You know a savage, he might bang it at your face. Why